Then let us see object and class here. So we are creating an object. We have a student class. In main, we are having an object created. We are having so now there is the problem. Okay, let us remove this local. We have hello to the name of a class, the name of object, new keyword, hello to, then a.get y. So it's okay. System dot out dot print. Let me use it like this, a dot y. Let us see if it works. Java. So 50 is coming. 50 is coming. This is an instance variable. An instance variable. So when we have a variable which is defined inside a class without a static keyword, so to access such kind of a variable, we need to create an object. How do we create an object? We have to put a name of a class. We have an object name. This is a name of object. Let me call it object1. Then object1. Then we can access that variable by using the name of object. Then we save it. We can compile it. Java. Then we can run it. The 50 is coming. We compile it. We can run it. So after this, we can also use let us use int get word. Return word int word x equals y. No. We can set it because here we have initialized, and we know that for instance variables, each object will have its own value. So it is not necessary to initialize it here, but we can use a method set, which is used to set the y value. So y equals x, then return the y. So void so because okay, we can use int, then object, then object one dot set y 20, then let us see, then so we have 20. It means for the object up to 1, the value of y is 20. If we can create another object, hello2 opt2 equals new hello2. So copy, so for object 2, the value of y can be, for example, 40. This is why it is called instance variable. The instance variable, the y, can have different values for different objects. For different objects. So let us compile and let us run. So value of object 1 is 20, value of object 2 is 40. Value of y or object 1 equals value of y or object 2 equals so we save, then we compile, then we run. Value of y for object 1 is 20, value of y for object 2 is 40. So this is the real meaning of instance of object. It means the value of that object, of that variable is different for different objects. But if it is a class variable, the value will not be changed. So that here, that is why it consumes a lot of memory space as soon as you create an object. So it is as if we are creating a copy of an instance variable, because the y is having different value. You can see it. Y is having different value. It is having 20 and it is having 40. So it means when we create another object, we are creating a copy of that variable into another memory. It is as if we are creating another variable, another copy of variable y. That is why it consumes a lot of memory space. It consumes a lot of memory space depending on how many values, how many objects we created. It will make as many as copy, the number of copy which is equal to the number of objects, because each object will have its own copy of y. That is why it consumes a lot of memory space. But for class variable, which is static variable, the static variable will have only one copy for all objects. That is why it is used for better memory management. You can use static variable. If the value of that variable will be the same for all objects, in that case, you have to use static variable for better memory management. Okay? That is how they work. So let us add static variable. So static will come here, int maybe k equals 40. So for static variable will have the same value for all objects. That is why we have to initialize it as soon as we create it. It will have same value for all objects. Int k. So value of y for object 1 copy so value of k for object 1 is value of k for object 2 is so you can see that. Let us compile, let us run. Now I could not find or load the name. What is the static? So we forgot static keyword. So let us use different values so that there can be no confusion. 60. So you can see for static variable, the value is the same for all objects. That is why it is used for better memory management. It is created once. There is no additional copies which are defined in the memory. Now, but for instance variable, so one instance variable will have the number of copies which is equal to the number of variables you create. That is why these instance variables can have different values for different objects. So the codes can be, you can verify codes here. So because instance variable will differ for different objects. That is why you can use a method which put a value of instance variable for each instance. For each instance, it define a value. For another instance, an instance is an object. So for each instance, the method set a value for an instance variable. For another instance, it sets another value. So that is how instance variable works. So static variable, this is instance variable, this is class variable, and we can define int m equals 30. So system.out.print local variable x m equals m. So I told you that static variable can be also accessed without the use of objects. So we can automatically access them without without the use of any object. So we can compile local variable m equals 30. What is the problem now? Expected semicolon. So let us, then we can compile. We can also run. So local variable, it is displayed. So this y is instance variable, this k is static variable, and this m is a local variable. So you can look at this by playing the video and see how they are defined. So let us continue. We have data types. Data types represent the different values to be stored. Data types represents the type of data that can be stored in variables. Types of data that can be defined in variables. So we have two types of data types, primitive and non-primitive. In primitive, we have Boolean and numeric. Numeric is having integral and characters. So integral can have integers and floating numbers. Then integers can be byte, short, int, long. Floating point can be the float or double. So we have Boolean, which is Boolean data type, or Boolean data type. The keyword is Boolean. For character data type, the keyword is char. If you want to define a variable of type character, we have non-primitive, like string, arrays, they are non-primitive. Non-primitive, you can also call them derived data types. Derived data types, because they come from the primitive data types. So they are derived, they are like child classes. They are inheriting the primitive data types. So we can have strings, arrays, and in primitive data types. So in primitive, you have, as soon as we create a variable, we indicate a data type, and there is how many memory space is reserved. How many bytes? How many bytes is reserved? You can say a number of bytes reserved for each data type. Boolean, it is 1 bit. Character, it is 2 bytes or 1 byte, depending on the environment you are using. Byte, 1 byte, short, 2 bytes, int, 4 bytes, or 2 bytes long, and so on. This is the amount of space which is reserved for each data type. So here we have an example of using a variables to add 2 numbers in Java. So we have class simple, public static void name, int a equals 10, int b. What types of variables we are using here? They are local variables because they are defined inside a method. So the output is 20 because a is 10, b is 10, c is equals a plus b. So system.out.print the sum, which is c is so this is the end of our presentation. If anyone is having a query, any question?
You have a question?
Yes, Baptiste.
Yeah. Uh, how to download Java?
GDK. You need GDK so that you can run your Java programs. So you can go into, for example, you can type Google in your browser.
Yes.
Then after going into Google, you can type GDK download. GDK download. GDK download. GDK. Java Development Kit. Let us. So we can have. So you can take any link, you can try any link, gdk.java.net, for example. Then for Windows, they are providing Java Development Kit 14. Oh, let me see another. GDK setup. Let me search for a setup because the setup is data GDK setup. GDK setup. So let me try this one. W 3.ntu.nd. GDK GDK 8 includes support for GDK 8. Download. So it is sending us to Oracle. It's okay. We can go to Oracle. Then you see GDK download. GDK download. We have for Windows, we have GDK. It has come GDK. I can extract it. So extract. Let me put it somewhere in the web. Select folder, extract. Then it is not a setup, it is a zip file. So if it is a setup, you can install it like you install any other setups like antivirus, VRC media player. But now, if it is a setup, let us see how to install a setup file. How we can install a zip. So it is extracting. Installing a GDK zip. Installing a GDK zip. How can I get the latest zip install of GDK on Microsoft Windows? System requirement, processor requirement, memory. If you are downloading GDK installer for update to, then the file name is, if you download GRE installer for GDK installation, download GDK installer. So if it is executable, so here they are showing us how we can install a setup. Now what about a zip? Mhm. Oh. So in work we have DDK 15. Let us see. Then so let us take this CMD path. Mhm. So you see, you simply need to download it. Then the CD work, CD Java, Java, mhm, Java, Java, hello, hello one dot Java, Java, hello one. So you see it is executing. So you simply need to download, you simply need to download. Hmm? So in our presentation, I gave you a link you can use to download the GDK. At the beginning, I showed it to you. Where is it? Jean-Baptiste, are we together?
Yes.
Can you see the slide? program of Java. Can you see the slide?
Because problem.
So the slide is containing the download link. You can automatically click on this download link and you are directed to the website where you can download your GDK. After downloading, if it is a zip file, okay, you extract it and then you okay. If it is a step,
Okay.
then you can install the setup and you have to set the path.
Yes.
I gave you a download link in your slides. You have to automatically download the slides and then you take the link. The link is also here in Javati point. You have to have a habit of visiting this website, Javati point. Then we have Java tab. In Java tab, Hello Java program. Hello Java program. It is containing the link. Download the GDK. It is containing the link. Download GDK. Then you can download it and you can install it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your attention. We shall continue next week on Wednesday.
Yes.